Hey viewers, welcome to Interesting Classes. Let's start the video. In previous lecture, we have learned runtime stack mechanism in Java. In runtime stack mechanism, we have learned how the stack is created by the JVM and how the memory entry is stored in the stack. Once all the statement in a method completes its execution, the entry of method is removed from the stack. At last, we have seen the practical execution of the program. Now, in this lecture, we will be learning default exception handling in Java. So, we have a block of code. So, as we already discussed earlier, that in every Java program, there is always present a thread named main thread. For every thread, JVM will create a separate stack at the time of thread creation. So in this case, main thread is created by the JVM and its corresponding stack will be created. Now here stack is created for the main thread. Main thread is responsible for calling of the main method. So main method will be called and its corresponding entry will be saved in the stack. Now in main method, another method is called, that is do stuff. So do stuff method will be called and its corresponding entry will be stored in the stack. In do stuff method, another method is called, that is do more stuff. So do more stuff method will be called and its corresponding entry will be saved in the stack. Now in do more stuff, there is a statement that is system.out.println hello world. So it only prints the hello world to the console. So the output will be get, that is hello world. So as there is no another statement in this method, the control passes to the caller and its corresponding entry of this method will be removed from the stack. Now the control comes to the do stuff. So in do stuff method, as there is no other statement to be executed, so the control goes out of the method and passes to the caller. So as do stuff method will be removed from the stack. Now, so the control comes to the main method. Now the control comes to the main method. So in main method, we don't have any other statement to be executed. So the control goes out of the main method and its corresponding entry will be removed, as stack will become empty. Now stack will be destroyed by the JVM. As we have already discussed, that is JVM is responsible for creation of stack and JVM will be responsible for destroying of the stack. Now, so this is the case we have discussed earlier. Now in this scenarios, let's discuss another. So here we have a block of code. We have changed in the do more stuff method. One statement we have changed, that is in place of hello world, we have written 10 by 0. So system.out.println 10 by 0. So what it does, it simply rise an exception, that is arithmetic exception will be raised here. So let's understand how it will be. So JVM will create a separate stack at the time of thread creation. So main thread a stack will be created. Stack is created for main thread. Stack is created. Now main thread is responsible to call the main method. So main method will be called and its corresponding entry will be stored in the stack. As main method is called, in main method another method is called, that is do stuff. So do stuff method will be called and its corresponding entry will be stored in the stack. Now in do stuff method, another method is called, that is do more stuff. So do more stuff method will be called and its corresponding entry will be stored in the stack. Now the problem arises here, that in do more stuff, a statement that is at system.out.println 10 by 0 will result in exception, rise an exception, that is arithmetic exception it will rise. So the rule is the method in which the exception has been raised, that method is responsible for creation of exception object and hand over to the JVM. Listen again, that the method in which the exception has been raised, that method will be responsible for creation of exception object and hand over to the JVM. So as this object has been created by the do more stuff and it will hand over to the JVM. Now JVM will ask do more stuff that in your area something has been gone wrong. In your area something has been gone wrong. Do you have the handling code to handle the exception? So do more stuff method will be reply that no, I don't have the handling code. So what JVM will do, so as do more stuff does not contain any handling code, JVM will immediately going to terminate this method abnormally without executing remaining codes and remove the corresponding entry from the stack. See, so do more stuff entry will be removed from the stack. Now the control passes to the, now the JVM will ask the caller of the caller, that is the, who is the caller of do more stuff. So do stuff will be responsible to call the do more stuff. Here do stuff is responsible to call the do more stuff. So the JVM will ask do stuff that do you have the handling code. So as do more stuff does not contain handling code, now the control passes to the caller. So as do stuff contains handling code, JVM will ask, do you have the handling code? So do stuff will reply that I don't have the handling code. So what JVM will do? JVM will simply terminate the method abnormally without executing remaining codes and remove the corresponding entry from the stack. So the entry of do stuff will be removed. Now control passes to the, that is caller. Who is the caller of do stuff? So main method is responsible for calling of do stuff. Now JVM will ask from the main method, said, hey main method, you have called the do stuff, do you have the handling code? Do you have the handling code? So main method will reply, no, I don't have the handling code. So what JVM will do? JVM will simply terminate the program abnormally without executing remaining codes and remove its corresponding entry from the stack. Now, so all the entry has been removed now. Now what will happen? So now JVM will ask the caller of main method. Who is the caller of main method? So JVM is own responsible for calling of main method, as JVM has called the main method. So now what JVM will do? Now what JVM will do is, JVM will be responsible to handle the exception, as JVM has called the main method. So now JVM is responsible to handle the exception. So to handle the exception, JVM will maintain a default exception handler. To handle the exception, JVM will maintain default exception handler. JVM will hand over the exception object to the default exception handler. What? JVM will hand over the default exception object. JVM will hand over the exception object to the default exception handler. Default exception handler does nothing. It simply prints the exception information to the console. Now let's have some practical look how it works. So let's run the code first. So here we have the code. Let's run the code first. This hello world code. So command line cd desktop javac test.java. It compile finds java test. See, hello world has been printed. This contains no exception. Now let's change something. In place of hello world, let's do 10/0. Let's save the file. Now run the code. cd desktop javac test.java. It compile finds java test. See what? JVM will maintain a default exception handler. Default exception handler just prints the exception information to the console. So here default exception handler just printed the exception information to the console. That is exception in thread main java.lang.arithmetic exception division by 0. So this is the description, and this is the location where at test.doMoreStuff, doMoreStuff is called by doStuff and doStuff is called by main method. So let's back to the code. So here we have learned this. For any doubt and group discussion, join my Telegram. I will give the link in the description box. You can refer it out. So you can download PDF from my Telegram channel. You can follow my group on Interesting Classes, and you can also follow my group on Interesting Classes on Facebook. So thank you and have a nice day.